Well, welcome back. In this short video section, we'll talk about the wave equation. Before we do that, we should make sure we define a few terms. This might be review, so we'll go through this kind of quickly. Feel free to pause your video whenever you need to. So wavelength, frequency, wavelength, frequency, and amplitude. So wavelength, distance from peak to peak, or trough to trough. Frequency is the number of wiggles per time. Amplitude is the distance from the rest position to the maximum displacement, one way or the other, up, positive or negative. Period is the time, that's in units of time or seconds. Displacement is distance from the rest position. And wave speed. And intensity, and just want to point out intensity is proportional to, this symbol down here means proportional to, the square of the amplitude. So we can see that in our, remember our energy is also proportional to amplitude squared. An example of that in the real world would be like your radio volume in your car, or your radio, or if your iPod even. So if you turn up, if you double the volume, that is, you double the amplitude, you essentially have 4 times the intensity, and you'll have 4 times the power and energy and battery, and 1/4 of the battery life. So anyway, that's need to make that clear. So let's derive the relationship between wave speed and wavelength and frequency. So we know speed is distance over time, and for one cycle, that's time is a period, or t. The distance it travels is a wavelength. So we can say the speed is really a wavelength divided by the period. Well, frequency is 1 over the period, so we can say here velocity is frequency times wavelength, and that deserves a box, and there it is. Some units, so this is in meters per second. Frequency is in hertz, or 1 over seconds, and wavelength in meters. And you can, here's a convenient little equation triangle. You cover the quantity you want to calculate, so if you want to cover, you want to calculate wavelength, you given velocity and frequency, you cover this up, you see you have v over f. If you want v, you can see it's f times lambda, and if you want f, it's v over lambda. So here's some example questions. You can work these out on your own, so if you want, you can pause your video right now, and I'll come back in 1 second and give you the answers. So pause your video now. Okay, so here come the answers. This last one is a little bit of a trick question. The frequency of light remains the same. We'll see more of this later when we discuss electromagnetic waves, which is the next topic. Okay, that's the end of this section. See ya.